Hello, 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 hello.
Full house tonight.
Good evening.
Who's that? Who's that?
This is sultry.
Who's that in the back? Kind of a bit creepy, isn't it?
I love it.
I'm a bit creepy.
Never.
Well, not with Ozzy is. You don't know what he does in his free time.
True.
Yeah, yeah. I love his music. I don't know why. Just love it.
So you can't hear it.
Yeah, it's too bad. Oh, we have to watch the replay now. We are live on screen.
Hello,
Yeah.
welcome everybody to episode 5. Here we are.
Five.
Yeah. And
It's the magic number, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Five
We
is
have
the magic
a special guest, Mr. MickMick, MickMick Reviews.
I
and
thought you meant
might
somebody
know
else.
him-
So what time's he on?
Yeah, you might know him from the Late Night Vape Show as well. So welcome, Mick.
Thank you very much.
Welcome,
Pleasure
chat.
to be here.
Welcome, chat, indeed.
Yeah.
I don't get invited out much.
You don't? Why not?
Well,
Well, just in case I take Bill with me. You see.
well, we're definitely excited to have you on tonight.
Yeah, shall we start already? No, we won't.
You know, when you get a friend with a really terrible wife and you're like, I'm not inviting him round because she'll start when she's been on the wine. That's a bit like
Yeah.
me and Bill.
Yeah, that's why we
Oh,
invited
boy.
you, not Bill, right? That's
Aw,
no, Bill, we
never.
love you. No. Yeah, we well, you guys go back, just a little with the Late Night Vape Show, where Disco is hosting as well now. Since what is it, 6
Yeah.
weeks? 7
Yeah,
weeks?
this week.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some upcoming paper marriage. That's what they call like a paper.
Yeah. I hope he's going to be a lot nice to me and buy me presents and that.
I will. He
Right?
probably will. Sends you poems and lovely cards and
Oh, nice.
Aw,
Look forward to that. Hello, Scott.
so
All
many
right.
lovely people. in the
Yeah, shall we
chat.
do a
Hello,
rundown in
hello,
chat first? A little roll call.
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the 510 Connection. Welcome, Mick. I saw your name up there. Good to see you in chat as well. Zippy, welcome. Simon62. We have, there's a lot of Zippy and Simon going on. Disco Sheboygan. Welcome to the chat, mate. Behave, please. We have, I saw KGB in there. There you go. Salute to you, mate. Hoorah. Scott Morrison, Blazing Vapes, Steve. Jay, Jerry, Russ, Garrett, Shrek, welcome, dude. And we have, I saw Scuba down there as well. Welcome to the show, dude. Rowan Fletcher, Michelle Hughes, Full Moon, Lynn Smith. Did I get two? Bye. Russ, there we go. It flipped. Just Joshua Hatfield, welcome. Cherokee Vapor. Some new names in there, I think. Tasbian, hello. Cloud Chucker.
Who's that?
And Mark H. And Max. Wow, some new names in there. Awesome. That's cool. I'm excited. Welcome to the show. If I forgot you, sorry about it. Sorry. And people on
Hey,
the
Bill,
replay,
bye.
welcome. Right.
So,
What are we vaping on? Shall
Especially
we
the
do a
people
little-
on the replay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
we love our replayers. We love our livers. We love
do.
everybody.
we love all the fans
Yeah.
of the show, whether it's on replay or live. Let's do what we're
how's
vaping on.
everybody doing? How is everyone doing?
I'm
Good?
a bit in a Sunday mood, but it's Monday. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
snowing real crazy here,
Is it?
and it's just kind of blah outside. It's like snow coming from all directions, and I'm like, I'm over it.
Oh,
But it's nice and toasty inside, so
yeah.
Look on the positive, right?
Feels a bit like Christmas, right? Warm and cozy inside while the snow is outside. And
I wish. Well,
Cuba's
no.
got his jelly box and it hasn't broke yet, so that's all good.
Oh yeah.
oh
Good,
yeah,
Scuba.
not even
Only
after
30
30 minutes. Cool. Jelly box,
Alright,
yeah, I've seen some reviews on it. Don't think they're all that good, but oh well.
I still want one.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I want
Okay.
the single 21700 version.
Oh, that's nice. 2700. Yeah,
I've not had a look
it's a bit
yet,
like
to
a
be
Max
honest.
and.
I've just stopped buying things, really.
You did.
Yeah.
What was your latest?
Yeah.
Dead Rabbit, the V2. That was the
Oh
last
yeah,
one I bought.
yeah. You like it?
I've got
So
that
far?
on. Yeah, I've got that on the original Dark Side of the Moon ages. I do like it now. Now Disco's taught me how to wick. Disco
Do what I
and Scuba.
Do
I'm
what I
actually
can.
using the Peacemaker, which has been the bane of my life for nearly a year, and I've actually managed to wick that because I
That's-
watched Scuba do that one of Munchkins the other night. That obviously wasn't a Peacemaker that he did.
Very nice.
Now, what else have you got on there?
This is a bit the same as last night because I'm celebrating the fact I've actually managed to wick them. So I've got the FP on top of the other deja vu.
That's a
Very
big
nice.
thing, isn't it? That's a big thing.
It is. I like it. I do like that. I'll be honest. I've got my little smock thing with the mouth to lung. The what do they call them? I can't remember what they call them. I always remember. I forget what they call them.
What
It's
is
a
it?
version 1.5, but I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
That's got some. That's out for review. That one. Dan sent me it out.
Ooh.
Some shisha
look at
salts
that.
from.
Grape raspberry. Sounds
Yeah, it's
sexy.
nice. It is nice. Spoiler alert, it's quite nice. There's no point watching the review. I've, I've got that in the RY4 custard bourbon in that FP. That was the one I made a
Very
mistake
nice.
and put the custard pie in, which has been an happy accident. That's not been too bad, really. I've got
Very
the purge
nice.
out as well. Still on the purge as well. It's having its monthly
Oh, that's
out.
shiny. That's shiny, man.
It is,
Did
isn't
you did you clean it before the show? Or?
No. Well, you sort of, I let it patina, and then I didn't use it for probably 2 months, and then obviously you give it a wipe down every now and again, and it just keeps it shiny. But what else am I vaping? I've got
else
some.
you got?
What do you call it? I can't think what's in there. It's that Telios stuff. Breakfast at Telios. It's a commercial juice I bought cheap last year. It's just been stood there. Anyway, I finally got stuck into vaping it.
Oh,
Nice.
you like it?
It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
They make some great flavors. I've
Yeah.
had a few of their stuff.
There were 60 mils, but they were full 60 mils with zero nick. So I tipped them into bottles and then put some 72 in there. Now I've just in the end I've just tipped it into a 200 ml bottle, and I've seemed to have got stuck into vaping it then. But what I've started doing now, when I've filled things up, I put the bottles back over there. So but, they're all sort of plastic 200 ml bottles anyway. There's nothing really interesting to see on them.
Right.
Flavorist.
The Flavorist amateur vapor Craig's in as well. We got some new. clips
Flavorist
in.
is the
We
guy
can
that was responsible for our initial theme tune for
Yeah, the introduction, right? The
Late
intro.
Night Show.
Yeah.
It's going to be aired for the first time this weekend.
Yeah, when is that
Included
special
it on one
show?
of the videos.
Is it next Sunday?
It's going to be the Sunday after because Bill's not
Okay,
here anyway.
yeah.
But we really didn't. What we did, we did we got started on the Friday the 6th, and we were just there 45 minutes trying to get the, to find out how it all works. It's really amateur when you watch it.
I've
But I've
seen a
actually
bit.
put Matt's intro on that show now and reposted it ready for Saturday. But I've also done another little thing as well, which is
Okay.
quite cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
But
That's
they're already in the thing, so it'll just upload at 10 o'clock and 10 past on UK time on Saturday morning.
I can't wait.
I
Can't
want
wait
to see.
to
I
see
want to
what-
see. Yeah, we saw a
Yeah,
bit of it.
what
You
you
know,
saw.
sneak peek.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun, man.
Yeah,
But
it is,
so that was about a year ago now. How did you and Bill meet? Where did you guys meet up? Because he's in Kentucky and you're over in the UK. How did you meet up?
Well, obviously, I drive a cab for a living, so I'm a bit of a late nighter. So I used to turn up in the American chats more than the English ones because I would always be busy when the UK shows were on. So I used to turn up in Fagan with who has now become Sheboygan Smooth Transitions Limited, who is all sorts of different names, and we've been teasing each other for ages. That's why I've got a bit of a soft spot for old Sheboygan, to be honest. because I've got it's the same sense of humour as what we had in those shows, which were a bit more. They're a lot more, different to the English shows. It was, and I actually, we all went on a show. Matt the Flavorist was on there, Christmas 2019. We all went on Fagan's Christmas show on Christmas Eve.
Cool.
And my wife eventually came downstairs. I had 3/4 of a bottle of whiskey at 5 o'clock in the morning. And she said, "Are you going to bed?" Of course, for a lot of these lads, it was only midnight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes the other way too. I get that one a lot. Are you coming to bed tonight? I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's why you met Bill, like.
Yeah, well, I met Bill in the chats, and then I went into Batman's Zoom room, and then all of a sudden Bill said, "Oh, I'm Bill." I went, "Oh, right." We got chatting, and I said, "I'm going to do a vape show." And he went, "Oh, yeah, of course you are." And Matt was there as well because he was in there. Yeah. And nobody believed me, and even Bill said to Matt, "I don't know what you're making that intro for, because he's only being silly." And anyway, that was. Matt made the intro, and then obviously we didn't have anything to put it in because we didn't have OBS or anything. That couldn't work OBS because I was on an Apple computer. Yeah. So eventually we got going. Matt was on a few shows with us as well. Then he moved out and we lost touch, so we haven't seen him since. And I only noticed him in the chat.
Cool. Yeah,
that was right. Yeah,
he's been on a few shows over here and comments, and that's great. That's great.
But if you look this weekend, Matt, if you look on the channel this weekend, your intro is actually going to be in the proper place it was.
So now he's going to get 20% of you.
Now he's going to be famous.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty cool, man. But he has to. Well, that's been a year. But looking back at the shows, you had some really great guests in there as well, right? You had like Vaping with Vic and Batman and Little Bro. You had the guys from the from this dude, was it Simon?
Heavy metal.
Heavy metal. That was it. That was a great show, by the way. I really loved
that. Was a cracking show. That it was. Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely guy, and Vic was really good to us as well. We went on the UK Vape Show for a start, and then we came off there because obviously when you first start, there's nobody listening to what you're doing, so it's a bit of a job to get out anyway. And so we went on, and Vic said, "Right, unless these lads get some subscribers, there's no competition to that. There's no, gentleman's handshake to that." And then all of a sudden it starts with ding, 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 and this went on for like the next week. I think we must have got there was more like 200 more people watching us, and it was wow,
wow.
Because we used to watch the chat dribble past, and we were trying to entertain people, and thinking, "Is there anybody there?" There'd be about 8 people watching, and this. And then the next thing we got like 50, and he's like, "Oh, we can't deal with this because the chat's doing this." And then obviously we started inviting guests on. I think Flat Cap was the first one. Net Reality might have been the first one, and Flat Cap was the second week. And Flat Cap had just got the UK Vape Show, and I texted him, and he never got back. And I thought, I bet he's dumped us. You know what I mean? I thought, he's got, obviously he's got that now. He's not going to bother with people with no, we've been gazumped by Vic.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he got, I'll be there in a minute. Because, it was a genuine thing because I didn't really know him. And then all of a sudden he came on and we had a cracking show with him. But we sort of went through I think that the first couple of shows we thought we were going to try and be ask funny questions and things like that. But you've got to be very good to ask funny questions.
Yeah, you got to be really funny as well.
You've got to work the crowd better than what we can anyway. So anyway, after we stopped doing that, and we thought, well, we'll just ask people. And then I think Mark Solem, he was an absolutely amazing guest.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously he got his own intro as well because he's a musician. So he actually played his own intro.
Oh, nice.
He sung himself in.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Which was amazing. And we went with Mark. We went down a different tangent. Instead of asking him about vaping, we asked him for the first hour about his music career.
Yeah.
And what a fascinating guy. If you ever get to listen to him, he's amazing. I don't know if you ever watched that show, but that is a brilliant show to watch back. About his cigar box guitars and stuff like that. His knowledge of music is fascinating.
Wow. Is that where the most famous question came from as well? Do you think that Pink Floyd's...
Is Dark Side of the Moon the best album ever? Or have you no taste in
music? Yeah, exactly. That was a running gag for a while. You didn't do that.
It was, yeah. It was just one of the things. I think that was one what we asked Flat Cap for a start, and it was about the only question that actually stuck. And then we had Net Reality on, and we asked him if he'd ever been on a ferry across the Mersey, because obviously that famous song and Graham's Liverpool.
Yeah.
And he went, "Oh yeah, loads of times. I never used to pay." So you just said that on the internet. Well, he said it was years ago, so I don't think we'll try and get me now. And then Batman. He was on. That was a good show.
Yeah.
Who else? Heavy Metal. That was fantastic. I really did it.
I think that's one of the best and most well, I wouldn't say most interesting, but you guys had a vibe with these guys as well. That was really there.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
That
was
well,
really good.
Bill knows Batman more than I do. I'll be honest, because Bill spent a lot of time with him. They're really, really good friends. So I just left it, that one to Bill, to be honest, because it was a bit easy for him.
Yeah.
But everybody's been just as good. I mean, Steve Hudson, BFG. He's really, really, really funny man.
Yeah, he is. He's on Solom's now as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the one he was on. He came on his own, and then they came on together.
Yeah.
He was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So funny, because he's got a really serious job. I'm not saying what he does for a living over here, but he obviously enjoys himself when he's not doing that.
Yeah.
And what a funny man he is. He's brilliant. Aidan, he was just as funny. He ended up really drunk. Anyway. 2:00 in the morning, went live again. No, that was a different show, I think. One of those car crash. That was a car crash.
Boy. Hey, Matt.
I got up the next. Hello, Matt.
I remembered. There's Bill, the chair. We were just talking about
Hello,
you.
Bill. Can you take his spanner off him? I don't want him throwing me out.
No, but when I started vaping, like March last year, you obviously watched the big shows, and one of the first smaller shows, so to say, was you and Bill on there, and the vibe you guys have, and the humor, and you're bouncing off each other like it's like a ping pong game. It was so cool, and then that kind of stuck to me, and I think that's like the success factor, the X factor of your show, I think.
To be honest, I mean, none of it's put on. If I went into a bar and he was sat there, he would be the guy I was sat next to.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I mean? That would be, that is exactly what he is.
Yeah.
So he's my sort of, I mean, we would say some awful things to each other and call each other some awful names and then just laugh. You know what I mean? It's like the other week when he went very well, I said, "It's all right, Bill, if you die, we've already got somebody else lined up." And anybody else would be really offended. But Bill just went, "It's a good idea that, you never know."
and honestly, I mean, Jay and I's first experience like with YouTube and being live was with you guys.
Yeah,
you pulled us over the line there. It's your fault.
Well, it was Big D that did it to me, because sometimes you just need that little push.
Yeah,
you just because I dropped in at Big D's shop on the way back from Manchester one day, and I went and messaged me. He says, "Oh, when are you going to go on YouTube?" I said, "Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I didn't want anybody to watch me. Anybody that knew me to watch me."
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. And then within a month, off we went, and because we did that show on the Friday, and then we sort of went live on the Sunday night, and then they all came over, and it was it was a good start.
Yeah, so you started on the Friday and then went to the Sunday.
Yeah, but it was But the first actual show we did on our own was the following week. That was the first proper show. This year it would be Valentine's Day.
Oh, how sweet! You and Bill. Can you imagine?
To be honest,
the rose petals and all that.
I wasn't going to be here. I was supposed to be over there somewhere near you, but obviously you can't fly anywhere in the minute.
Nope.
So I wanted to be.
Oh man. Well, we'll do that eventually. When things are loosening up again, then
we'll come over every year twice. We'll definitely meet up somewhere. Definitely. You're around anyway.
Yeah.
We want to go to the cold stout shop, not to the warm one.
Oh, I don't know where you find that one. So, hey, Matt's in. That Reality Graham's in. Awesome. Some more names popping in.
Simon says Big D did the same to him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
back to the question Discord is asked. Like going live, you were like the first one that's like, come on the show, and because I sent you the custom made skins, of course, and you were like, oh, come on the show, come and tell about them, and I was like, nah, man, I don't need my face on, YouTube. Same like you, I don't, And then, you pulled the trigger on me, and then. You pulled the trigger on Disco as well,
and then Disco came. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rest is history.
Yeah.
I was just dragged in.
Yeah.
But no, no, I'm glad of it. You know, like it's been a wild ride for sure.
Yeah.
And look at
Well,
us.
it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. Yeah.
Especially-
exactly.
There's a lot of depressing things, you know, when the world is as it is at the minute. There's a lot of depressing things. Just to come on here for an hour on a Sunday night and chat to people that are in the same thing, and they make you laugh as much as what you make them laugh.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, Gareth, he's got a wicked sense of humour. You can tell he's worked in nightclubs and stuff like that. He got me a good one last week, and I couldn't come back from that one.
Yeah, right,
I
yeah.
saw that one. That was a really
Oh,
belly.
but it was so good for a laugh, you know, and that's
Oh yeah,
just one of the things that it's so wonderful for, right?
Yeah.
It's just meeting people and laughing and sharing your love for vaping and numerous other things. We all have so much in common besides the fact that we're vapors, right? So it's
We're
really
all
cool.
people.
Yeah,
We're all people,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all people. It's funny you say this. Like the first time I came into your Zoom, I was like, oh man, now I'm with, you know, the big stars. It's
Well,
like,
you said it,
I'm
didn't you?
in
You
a-
said, "Oh, there's all these stars." I said, "Well, I drive a cab for a living," and Benny Vapes went, "Yeah, and I'm a gas fitter."
But you know, doing
That's
that
how
like
much of a
the
star we
first
are.
time being in a room with, you know, the people you know, well, you sort of look up to. It's like, whoa, I was a bit starstruck. Yeah.
I clicked this Zoom room and it opened up, and I was sat there with Lethal Cars and Batman.
Boom. Yep.
I went, "Wow, what do you say here?" Batman went, "Well, what are you on about?" Just a bloke. All right, fair enough. Off we went. That was it.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
bes-
Full Moon said that he was on the show too. He said they
Oh,
He
He
was.
was, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry, Chris. Yeah, we had a
he
good
was
night.
definitely. Yeah.
It was his first. It was his first show, and we said, "Right, show him what you've got." And he went, "Nice. Yeah, I've got this."
Here's
Yeah.
my vape. Yeah.
That's okay. I do that all the time too.
We said, "Your camera's not as wide as what you think it is." All right, have another go.
I think I saw that one as well. Yeah. That was it before summer,
good
wasn't
night.
it?
I
think
can't
it was,
remember.
yeah.
The only mistake I did do, I put the same thumbnail for each show. So to actually go and look back through shows is a bloody nightmare.
Oh yeah, you got to look at the titles.
to-
Yeah.
To put something, I ought to put the picture of the person that comes on.
Oh yeah.
And you also had a show with vaping. We did. That's right, Matt. Yeah,
Yep,
we did. We had
yeah.
Vic came on with us as well, didn't he? That's right. A few weeks after. That was a really good night as well. I enjoyed that.
But besides the Late Night Vape Show, you you also have another channel, don't you?
Yeah. It's been my
What's
YouTube
that
channel for
about?
years. That it's just I've just thought because you do a lot of stuff with vaping, and it was just a bit of an experiment because people always say, "Oh, well, vaping channels get buried, and you don't get the views because it's vaping and this, that, and the other." And I thought, well, if you were going to review something else, why not just put it on a different channel? And just for an experiment. I mean, I do things like I'll look back through the shows, and you'll find one that you haven't got any tags on the YouTube channel on the particular show. So you make a note of how many views you've got, then you put a load of tags in, and then you actually just see if it gets any more. You know, because everybody says, "Oh, you need to do this and you need to do that." But I've
Right.
tried all sorts of things, just like different. Going off on different platforms, you know, like Facebook and stuff like that. When the first time I ever went live on Facebook, I
Yeah.
don't think anybody watched, and I was there half an hour talking to myself. And then the next time you'll get 3 or 4 come in, and then you get 5, and then you get 10, and then you get 15.
Yeah.
It's a little bit up and down. And then I tried to do it to multiple platforms as well.
Yeah. Is that the Haps thing you're using? Was it
Yeah,
Haps?
that's
HA?
quite a cool thing. It's worth a go.
What's it do?
Basically it sends you off. You don't need a Zoom room because you're already doing it on their thing, and you put all your different social medias in on different things. And as soon as you press go live, you go live on Facebook, YouTube. You put custom URLs in there as well. You put anything in.
All right.
Go to 2 or 3 different places. It goes on to
Was it Twitter?
Twitter.
Yeah.
It'll go on Twitter and Periscope. But Periscope sadly is no more after the end of this month. After I think end of March, disappearing that a lot of them do. So
Yeah,
But it's just-
interesting.
yeah.
I've
an
been on there a
experiment,
couple
isn't
times with you, and we've met loads of people that way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we even had someone that was always in the bath.
yeah, that lady. Yeah, we used to go on a Friday night, didn't we? And she used to go, "I'm in the bath again." Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The bathtub. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's just I went on a thing called Get Vocal, and that was the same sort of thing, but I could never get that to work on the YouTube channel. But it's just interesting, isn't it?
Yes. Well, you're branching out a bit, like on different platforms with getting known and getting the views in and
Yeah.
right.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's obviously, it's not all about the views and stuff like that. But I mean, like you go on Facebook and you get a completely different crowd sometimes.
Right.
And you just sit there chatting to somebody else who's different, because some people don't like YouTube, some people won't use Facebook.
No, good
Right.
point.
And it's just nice to talk to somebody else. And I mean, there's been a few people that watch on YouTube now that would have never even known who we were.
Yeah.
The only problem is where I fall down is sometimes is you'll be talking to somebody on Facebook and you've absolutely no idea that you know them on YouTube, because on YouTube they've got a username, and on Facebook it's their own name. There was a guy the other day talking to me, and I thought, well, he seems to know a lot. And when it turned out, I think it was Live Lounge. It might not have been. I can't remember. I can't exactly remember who it was.
Well, there you go. Live Lounge just popped in. Evening all.
Yeah.
Hello, mate. Hello, mate. Yeah, Live Lounge has their own channel as well. Go check it out. They have a nice,
I've been looking at him.
Kind of podcast kind of thing. Love it. Yeah, I think it's Pete and Chris. Is it? I think it is. Yeah,
he was doing a thing about vape shows, and I was watching it earlier, and I didn't get it all watched, but I watched some of it.
So, what kind of reviews have you been working on lately?
Mainly juice, or e-liquid. I always call it e-liquid when I'm doing a review, because you need to separate especially for the American market. You need to. It's not a juice; it's a liquid, isn't it? It's an e-liquid.
Oh, right.
So I've done quite a few e-liquids, and Dan sent my memory is shite. Go on, Simon. What's it called? You've got one in your hand. Stealth kit from Aspire. He sent one of those out, and I bought a light box as well off Amazon. And I've sort of experimented with how good you can get your photos. And then I bought some software, which means that you can then stretch the photos out, so you can really focus on what you're taking photographs of, and it looks a lot more professional than it was £17.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable what you can do for very little money. Just working on the quality, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But the rest of it's sort of been e-liquids. There is a company, and it's the first big company, have said that they're sending something out. Now, I'm not going to say about it, just in case they don't, because I'll look like an idiot. But if they do actually send it out, it will be the first big company that sent anything out, which would be quite cool.
And that's a liquid company. We can't say juice. So that's a liquid company.
It's a device.
Oh.
Wow. You heard it here, folks. First, keep your eyes out.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if it turns up first, because I've heard things before. But
yeah, that's like the tricky thing, right? You never know. But that's what's exciting about it too, and that's what's cool too, to share your opinion about things and do reviews, right? Because you're learning as you go too. It might be your first hands-on experience with something.
There was a company got in touch with me. They sent these out. The idea of these are to use in like in a place that you can't. They do specify that it's not a no smoking and
big pouches.
Yeah, it's to tuck inside your just to give you a nicotine boost. Like if you were sat on an aeroplane or something like that. Yeah. So I did a review for them. Put that up, and then they boosted the tweet and stuff like that. They actually paid to have that boosted to point it towards the thing. Oh. But then we tried it on Facebook, and it's all gone a bit pear-shaped there.
No.
I know. Facebook has some weird advertising going on right now too. I've seen some interesting advertisements for some nicotine gum and stuff, and it's like, my buddies go out on a vape break, and some don't want to go, so they tried this, and it's just weird. But you can't advertise a e-liquid or something else, and it's just like, well, that's very interesting.
Looking at it again today,
but it's so funny.
There was a clickable link in it, and I think if you've got a clickable link, that's the one what it was. Sorry, Jay.
No, it's just funny that the restrictions that are on like vaping shows on Facebook and on YouTube as well, and then you go through the history of the channel, because you'd like to know where these people come from, and then you end up with looking at like I'm not going to describe him, but you're looking at some really weird movies out there. Let me put it that way, but. Man, that's like more horrifying than us talking about an e-liquid or something. Gee.
Yeah. Somebody had spotted. There were supposedly the underwear models, but there weren't. It was soft porn, but that went through as underwear models.
Yeah.
And you think, well, It's not. You know, it's in.
It's terrible. Yeah, and it's
And
like,
then-
we're just trying to talk about something positive and
Yeah,
good,
something
Somebody
that
blows
saves
a bit of
lives.
steam, gets off the ciggies, and then they're all mad about it.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Weird.
I wish everyone looked at it that way, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose it's theirs, but you can't talk to them. You just send the thing and they send a stop reply back. And
Yep.
after they've done that 3 times, basically they cancel the ad account, and that's the end of that. So.
Yeah.
Wild time.
Weird stuff. Yeah. Talking about wild time, I just want to take this little moment in the show to talk just a little bit. Don't be worried about the Dutch vape ban, because we have some good news, which is a petition with 19,000 signatures has been presented to our MPs. That's the
Wonderful.
Yeah, to our parliament. So that's getting the attention. I saw some news articles popping up about that during the day as well. And it is today 20 minutes left, and tomorrow 24 hours left to please help us out on the consultation we're doing against this incoming flavor ban. So I'm going to put a link in there if you would like to share it or something, or just help us out over here in the Netherlands. We're all vapors, we're all helping each other out. This is like a little bit of information first and there, and the actual consultation to hopefully pursue our state Secretary of Health to change his opinion about it. That would be great if you give us a little hand there. That's thanks.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to get
And
it out.
what's the deadline again? Just to say.
Tomorrow midnight. So it's the 2nd of February midnight our time. So yeah, that's. But yeah, it's great news. 19,000. That was from a petition, and this is for the consultation where the law is actually tested against the opinion of the public, and that's the consultation. I just put the link in there. So I just wanted to get it out there. So thanks to you guys helping us out, and we're getting up these numbers, and it's now over 1K of stories in there, or people who are disagreeing
great.
with this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's over 1K people actually taking the effort to log in there and just leave their name, leave their email address, and that's awesome. So thanks everyone,
That's
and
way awesome.
let's hope this we can set an example for the rest of Europe and maybe some other governments. Period. There we go.
They need to listen to the people, don't they? Because I didn't ever.
Well, they're supposed to, right?
Without vaping.
They're supposed to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all were there at one point.
I used to smoke at least 20 every single day for years and years and years.
How did you start vaping anyway?
Well, it was
What
a
was your
friend of mine
first?
started it, and he sort of failed. But I've been doing it 5 years. January the 18th, 2016.
All right, cool.
That's awesome.
And and I came back. I brought 400 cigarettes back from Lanzarote because we usually were away in January, and thinking, well, if it don't work out, I've still got my ciggies because they're really cheap over there. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I came back and I got some sort of mystery norovirus, so I was ill for 3 days, and I only had 1 cigarette each day. And I thought it's perfect time. I've only had 3 cigarettes since Tuesday. I'll go and get one of these pen things. So I went and got it, and it was bloody awful. It tasted like curry. It was supposed to be tobacco. It was awful.
Oh.
And then like it used to run out as well. That was the other thing. It run out 6 hours after you bought it, and after you charged it up. So by 3 days later, I got 2 of them. So I got 1 on charge and 1 in the car. And it went on from there. It did actually take me a while. I didn't dual use as such. I vaped, and then when it got really bad, I used to start smoking it. I used to have 3 or 4 cigarettes. But I worked out that the way to do it was to, if you had 3 or 4 cigarettes when you'd had a few beers, forgive yourself, throw them in the back of the cupboard. That was the secret for me. I used to throw them in the back of the cupboard.
Oh, yeah.
And when I got back up again the next morning, I'd stopped again. It wasn't, I've started again, I'll carry on now. And it went on. And I remember it was my 50th in November 2016. And I remember the feeling of it starting to lift, because every time, if you like got running late and you were a bit stressed, it was, I could murder a cigarette. You always, even though you got your vape. And I used to chug away on this. In the end, I went to mouth to lung. And that was the one that really got me stopped. It was the Nautilus, the pre-TPD Nautilus tank.
All right.
On a Cool Fire 4 with some 12 milligram Galactica from Space Jam in it. And I vaped that for 2 years before TPD.
Wow.
Wow.
And then, because I loved it, it was champagne and strawberries.
Mhm.
12 milligram Nick and all. It was absolutely gorgeous, but they stopped making it because it didn't pass the TPD. There must have been a few triangles in it or something.
Oh, yeah.
So then I went on to Vampire Vapes Pinkman for ages, but I'd ordered all the other stuff as well when I got home, all the sub-ohms, and then I started with Mex, and I've come down that route.
Would you
Yeah.
say would you say that like mouth to lung is still your biggest way to vape, or is it more direct lung, or it's
Mouth to lungs. First thing I touch is when I get up. It's on the charger, and while the kettle's boiling, I've had 3 or 4 drags on it. I always seem to get that urge first thing in the morning. 12 milligram.
Yeah.
But I make most of my own stuff now as well, and I've actually got stuff that I really enjoy, and I'll go to rather than using other than buying stuff. I haven't bought e-liquids for a long time.
Yeah.
Must be at least 4 or 5 months, and I've got to the point now where, like when you stop smoking cigarettes, you go back into a shop and you're surprised how expensive cigarettes are.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm at the point now when you walk into a vape shop and you're surprised how much e-liquid is.
E-liquid.
Right.
I won't pay that for that. I could make that for half the money. That sort of thing.
I know. I feel you. I am the same way. It's like I did that for years. Now that I'm doing a bit more DIY, it's just I feel like my options are endless too. Like for me, I have a craving for something, and I'm like, well, I can make that. I'm gonna try to make that.
I find it a bit frightening too, having so many options, and you want to make something right, and then you're like, oh, but I should have a bit more, a bit less, but it's like it's a bit scary sometimes, but. I will when the vape shops get properly open. You can actually go and sit down, and have a coffee, and talk to the lads. I will go and I'll spend money in each one.
So, support your local shops.
Because
same.
the thing is, without them, I'd have never got stopped. And you can't always buy everything from the internet because in the end there'll be nothing there.
Yeah.
And people are making a living, and you get you do pay a little bit more because they've got the rent to pay and the staff to pay and stuff like that. But I bought my purge from our local one. One of the local ones, the other one I've bought quite a lot of him. There's one in particular that I've not really bought a lot from because it's just I've never have. But the other two I've bought no end of them.
So
I try to always at least just get my cotton or supplies.
Yeah.
Maybe some local coil makers. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's important. Keep the money going round because
right.
I drive a local cab, and if all the local businesses disappear, they're not going to need a cab to go to Amazon, are they?
That's
right.
That's it, unless they work there.
Well, maybe you find a little niche there in the market, but no, probably not. Evening, Cheech, welcome.
Hello,
Fee,
Cheech.
welcome. Zygmunt, welcome.
Hey, is that Fee?
Awesome. That's
Did you
Fee.
say Fee?
Fee.
Hello, Fee.
Yeah. Well, since it's in the US and over here in the Netherlands and in the UK, it's like 3 totally different playing fields of vaping. And you being in the UK, I was just wondering, how many vape shops do you have in a 15 minutes radius with the car?
Yeah, there's three full-time vape shops, and then nearly every single shop that you go into sells some form of e-liquid or starter pen or something like that. It's even the supermarkets they don't sell Juuls. You never see Juuls around here. There was a guy that got some in the local petrol station. They never sold, and you never saw it again. It's just people won't buy Juuls in this country. But there's usually some sort. If you run out of e-liquid at night, you'd be able to go and buy some. It wouldn't be the best you bought.
But it would get you off like the cigarettes if you want.
Yeah, if you were stuck for e-liquid,
Yeah, we gotta maybe understand that we're like the 3 of us and a lot of people in chat and as well we're quite deep into what vaping is and building our coils and stuff like that, and there's lots of people out there who don't know where to start with it, and it's I think it's a great thing that you have that over there in the UK in such big numbers, and wherever you want to buy a little pot system to get off the stinkies, that's awesome. Yeah.
And two of the vape shops have got coffee machines and couches in there where you can go and sit in there and
nice.
chat.
Nice.
They'll get you.
Chill and
That's
vape.
how I got off it. That's what I did. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she just obviously they've had the couches taken out because of since last March, so that side of it sort of disappeared.
Yeah. It'll be back. Let's.
It'll be back definitely. Yeah.
Let's stay positive on that one. It'll be back.
Yeah, it'll be back definitely.
Yeah, once we all get our vaccination and stuff like that, and
looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Back to right, get some life back, hang out with my friends. It's been wild, and even going, like you said, going to the vape shop is such a different experience now. You feel like you can't like hang out and chit chat and kind of browse, right? It's more in and out.
Yeah.
It's just the way things are right
And
now.
I'm really good friends with one lad in particular. He worked at the other vape shop. It's a long story, but he worked at one vape shop and then he left there and went and opened one. So I've always been good friends with him. And I sort of followed him about. But he's gone more into, with us being obvious vapors, he's more into the starter sort of thing. So he hasn't got the sort of thing I'm looking for. But I still go in there and have a coffee with him and, spend a few bob and buy a little bit. But the other one, that was where I got the purge from. That's the one where I met Mark Solom in there the other week. He actually works for the same company, and he's come across. He's a lovely guy. If you ever get to meet him, he's a smashing fella. Even in real life. So because you wonder sometimes that people are putting sort of shows on and things on the internet. They'll be saying what people want to hear, but most people that you meet are fantastic. Really.
I think if you watch the well, at least the vape show side, what I know of it, it's like
lovely guy,
lovely people,
and knowledgeable as well. It's nice to actually go and talk to somebody, because you can go, if you went into a supermarket and said, I usually use Mex, the woman behind the counter is used to selling cigarettes, so she has got no idea what
she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Right.
But you walk into one of these vape shops, say, I'm looking for a Mex. Well, we haven't got any here, but I'll get you some in. That type of thing. We've got one at the other shop. They know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, that purge was in their other shop. It was in the main shop, and within an hour, it was in this shop for me to buy because they knew I wanted it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's yeah. So have you got that purge? And he went, yeah, I'll get it over for you. And I said, when? He said, I don't know, it might be early next week. So he rung the boss up. He said, no, it'll be, and he rung me back. He said, it'll be here in 20 minutes.
Oh, that's customer service, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, no, it was hundreds of pounds. So
Well, yeah, but that's service for you. You can't get that with an online transaction, right?
You can't get that in a supermarket that sells little bottles of liquid and vape pens. Could you?
Yeah, well, that's also fun. Okay, maybe you pay a little bit more in a shop, but it's like you said, they're gonna pay around stuff like that. But also, you got a little bit of interaction with other vapors there, and with the shop owner. You can, if you've got questions, you can ask them, and I think that's great.
That's exactly right. You do. You get a chance to try different liquids, because when them lads there, obviously it might not be the same ever again, because you used to just go in there. You used to go, here, try that. You never even used to think of wiping the top. You're like, oh, that's nice.
Different now.
That's how it used to go.
Right.
Used to sell no end by giving me a dragon.
And I guess I've had a little bit of a unique experience with it, because I've been in the shop side, right? I worked vape shops for over 8 years, and it's just
you can tell.
it's and you're like, thanks for the tip, and I'm like, oh, it's just what I do. I'm used to that. But just knowing where my roots came from and seeing the opposite side of it, it is nice, to still go down and support and have a chat.
It is, yeah, you do. You need to. I think when I was a smoker, I'd walk through the duty-free cigarettes, and I was like a kid in a sweet shop. I'd be like, oh, look at all these cigarettes. And, you could only buy 400 of them, but you still stood there thinking, oh, there's that brand there. I haven't seen them for a long time. And then they changed the packaging to white, didn't they? Which is not much fun. But, and I'm the same with vaping. I walk into a vape shop, and I'm like in some sort of utopia where I'll have one of them, I'll get one of them. And I've gone in for some cotton and come out with £200 worth of,
easy.
mods.
Yeah. Well, because it's all, you can touch and feel and see it, right? It's not like you're browsing a website.
They know what they're doing as well. There's a lad called Vinny, and there's a chap called Martin that used to work there. I think he's left now. And you walk in and they'll put it on the counter and say, have you seen that? No, I don't want to look at it. Put it back. Just have a look. Just look. And I'll go on then.
Before you know it, you're walking outside with that in a plastic bag. Yeah. Oh,
credit card bill comes out. Oh, no.
Yeah, right. Oh, I've done that so many times too, and it's hard to stare at that wall of e-liquid too and not be like, that sounds good. That sounds good. That looks good. I want to try that.
Yeah, you do.
Very easy to do.
That's probably why I haven't actually bought any commercial liquid, because the shops haven't been open, and you can look at it online and think, I'm not going to bother with that.
Right.
But if when Vinny's waving it at you, going, do you want some of this? It's difficult. Then I had a discount. You could pay £20 a year, and it gave you a massive discount. It was like a club that they invented, and it did make a lot of difference. I went in to buy something, and he said, well, what you want to do? I said, what's that? He says, you need to buy this discount first. And in the end, the discount card cost £20.
Yeah.
And when I walked out, I'd already saved £15.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It cost me a fiver.
Yeah. There's a couple of shops
got-
doing it over here as well. Well, not
Yeah.
not the vape shops, but some other liquor stores, stuff like that. You buy a card for like 10, 20 euros. Then you get a discount whenever you go back there. Yeah.
And that lasted you a year.
Yeah. Yep.
Sadly, it's run out now. And I haven't-
Smart.
Yeah, it's a good idea, especially for hobbyists, spendthrifts like me.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
With the shinitis,
That's like the
right?
difficult part. Yeah, the shinitis. Exactly. It's tough. Like, I've been really proud of myself just this year and a little bit of last year. Just like slowing down on the shiny.
But you know why? Because the shop's shut.
Yeah, exactly.
That too, yeah,
Because
that
I'll
too.
tell you what, if I walk in there and all my friends are vaping on something new and they're like, "This is so cool! Like, you really got to get one." I mean, you're kind of influenced a little bit.
That's it, yeah. Try this. And you think, oh, I do. And then sometimes a couple of days later, you think, I'm not, I'm not really amazed with this. I probably wish I hadn't have bought it, but, but.
That was me with the Drag X. It was total impulse buy. I was like, I just liked the way it looked, and everybody was using them, and I was like, oh yeah, I could try a pod mod. I'm gonna love this. And then no, I didn't have a good time with it until I bought the rebuildable. Like, see, for me, it's harder to like go from, coils and doing your own cotton to prefabricated coils. It's like, I don't know, I'm
That's
so
right,
stuck on it.
I don't, now I've got that Mesh Pro that I use sometimes, but that's the only sort of, the only stock coil that I use.
Yeah.
I bought the Boost Plus, I never use it. I bought the Caliburn G, I never use it.
I use the G still sometimes.
No, I know, I'm still on the coils that came in the box, and I haven't bought any more. If I picked it up, it would leak all over the place, so I'd just leave it there.
Yeah,
I didn't like the let's put it this way. I'm not a big fan of the Boost and the Boost Plus or the Boost Pro, whatever it is. But I was quite surprised by the Hero. That little thing that's quite a cloud shocker and a good taste in it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I always think that the flavor's muted on me. I always think that when you're used to doing RTAs and RDAs, you just think, oh well, it's the the flavor's muted, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, like in a pinch, it's nice if you're just like, say you're gonna go on a hike or something, do something outdoors. It's nice to just have like an all-in-one thing like that. But
I'll tell you what, these I got these, and they were on some sort of deal, and they were £1 each.
Oh yeah.
Or something like that. And they sent you 2 pods, and some flavour comes out of them. They're throwaways. The pods are throwaways, so you've got to buy some more. But I actually do quite like them, to be honest. I think the 20 milligram Nick salts or 18 milligram Nick salts or something in them, and I used them. I've still got some pods from them, to be honest with. And then they came up on the similar sort of deal on a different site. It had obviously come from the company, so I bought 2 more. I did some reviews on them. They were more for review fodder than anything else.
Yeah, but they're convenient, right?
Oh yeah, brilliant, because they're absolutely leak proof. You put them in your top pocket on an aeroplane. When you get off, you normally, with anything else that you've got, it starts to gurgle. And you just vape on them like you've just never been on a plane. I took one to Turkey when we went in September. And as soon as you get off the plane, straight in a nice 18 milligram of Nick salt.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Right.
Cure all that thing where people have been kicking your seat for the last 4 hours.
And the crying babies in the back. And
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't have many of them. But... Buy some glasses, Matt. He says, I'd like a Hero if the screen wasn't that tiny.
Yeah, it is. It is a real tiny screen. It's like it's a bit weird, but it's a really tiny screen. See?
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
that is it through the camera.
That's
I'd be all right with that, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but there's lots of more space to put something in though. Just a little tiny 5 millimeters.
I'm like, as long as I know my battery life, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the most important thing with this thing. Yeah. Did you obviously you drive a cab, and we've seen some videos coming by on Facebook as well from you and your cab. Love them. It's like, you should do a cab vlog, man.
I just discovered the other day that you can actually send people video messages on Facebook. So why not send 20?
It's a great.
I'm bored in my cab now.
Just fill you in on my day.
I
always think if you But what I do try and do is if I ever do anything, if I can't make somebody, if I'm feeling miserable, I wouldn't do anything at all because I don't try and pass misery on because people have got their own lives, haven't they?
Yeah.
So if I could think of something funny to say, I'll say it, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's the way it is, isn't it?
Well, that's the way we met all your chins, right?
That's right, yeah.
See, all of them.
Billy Five Chin. And then I worked out, I'm not telling you who said, but he is famous and he is called Benny Vapes. If you put your head up like that and you do it, I look like I'm 18 again.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
We call that the MySpace.
Top tip, if you're ever going to do it, you do it like that.
Wow.
Billy Five Chins.
Pro tip from Mick. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. It has.
It has for me, yeah. I've enjoyed it as well. It's been nice.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming up to an hour already, almost. We've got 10 minutes left.
That's the trouble. When you get people, you sat chatting.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just chatting last night, and Bill said, "Actually, we've been here 90 minutes. I added another half an hour last night, but." People have to go to bed, don't they? And they're waiting.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow as well. But no, it's it's always nice to hang out with you guys and have a laugh and yeah, like I said, you and Bill you just kick off like awesome. And so yeah, I think most people in here know the Late Night Vape Show, but if you don't, please give them a visit. I'll put the link in there.
Yeah, please. We're on 597. Subscribers, so 3 people like me.
Yeah. Kick it over.
There you go. That's
3 people like me and Bill. It would be right.
Yeah, kick it over for them, guys. And you'll catch me there too on Sundays as well.
Yeah. It's Disco Sunday job when she had to. Obviously, with the lockdown, she wasn't making enough money during the week, so she has to do a Sunday night job.
Got to put in those extra hours over there. No,
and that's the other channel, the Mixed Taxis channel, where can I say regular reviews are on?
Yeah. I've got the iPhone back today. I was going to do a nasty review about them, but I'm not pleased with it. I can't think of anything nasty to say about them. But I might just do a review of the iPhone for an.
What the repair service, right?
Yeah, the repair service. Yeah, the repair service is very good, but the delivery service isn't that good. So we'll talk about that on the review.
There you found your point.
Go.
Bill's going to unsub. All right.
Oh my.
Yeah, well, I look forward to see what you're reviewing next, man. Like I actually quite enjoyed that Lightbox review, and I'm sure somebody out there researching light boxes, that probably really helped them out.
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's why I was thinking of that other channel, because it's like if you buy if you go on Amazon, you think, right, I need a micro USB, but I want it to be 4 meters long because I need it to fit in this plug, and I don't want to keep moving this box about.
Yeah.
So you just buy one, don't you? And when it comes, sometimes they're awful because Amazon don't look at them. They're not selling them. It's some independent seller. So you could even do a review on a 4.5 meter micro USB cable, can't you? Because then people can actually have a look at what you bought.
Oh yeah,
think, oh, I might as well get that one then.
Yeah.
Right.
To some people, it'd be like, what do you want to review one of them for? But if you're in the market for a 4.5 meter USB cable, that's exactly what you would look at.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or someone looking for a phone repair service with good
yeah, somebody looking for who doesn't want the phone back for a couple of weeks. You might want to send it off to the big house.
That's good information you're bringing to the general public that might not be knowing, right?
And especially in like these times where shops aren't really open and you can't really go in and look and feel. So yeah, you're kind of bound to like YouTube doing the unboxing videos and stuff like that. That to have a bit of a feel like, okay, how big is it? How do what comes with it? What are the measurements? You can see something and see, okay, this is like 5 centimeters, but if you actually have it in your hand or see someone handling it, you have a bit of a
you have a better idea of it, right? Like I've looked at pictures on Amazon and said, oh, that's going to be great, and I get it, and I'm like, what is this? That doesn't look like anything that I thought it was.
Isn't that a bit of the story of the guy buying a Ferrari for a couple of pounds on AliExpress and he ends up with this tiny Ferrari?
Yeah, exactly.
Simon's looking for a glass hammer. I'll get one, Simon, and review it for you. But that is the thing. I mean, I bought a tripod for a camera, and it came and it said it's easily bendable. It'll get in the right position. When it come, it looked like a child's toy.
Right.
And then when I looked, I'd already bought one, and I thought, well, why didn't I just buy one of those? It was £2 cheaper, and it was perfect. It was proper wooden, made right, adjustable at the top. This other thing was like a child's toy. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It went straight back. I took it back. I thought, I'm having that.
See, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you can use your reviews for good, and people appreciate that.
Yeah, I think Vic is also doing like another channel, Tech with Vic
yeah,
or Vic with Vic Tech. I don't know. I haven't really seen it. And I think MF is also doing a baking channel.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, MF Bake. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to look at.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, because we've all got something. Like you say,
Yeah,
I
like
could do a taxi vlog, but
Yeah. Well, like you said, I mean, we're all humans in the end, right? We do have other hobbies and stuff.
That's it.
Bill's waiting for the back massager review.
Uh-oh.
We'll get Dan to do that one, Bill.
Yeah. Oh man, I know what you're getting for your first year anniversary.
Yeah, I know I'm going to stick it as well. Armageddon.
Right.
Put Armageddon into YouTube, and you'll laugh as much as I just did.
Yeah, Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Hello,
I should have made a jingle of that. Damn.
Probably not. You might get banned. I'm saying that is on YouTube, isn't it?
That is, yeah. Maybe copyright infringement, but
Maybe.
maybe not.
Never know anymore.
You never know. It's Graham.
I'm sure that news guy was Bill.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Beer
review channel. Well, might not. Oh, there is a really good beer channel out there by Poon Sauce. He's doing yeah. Look that one up. You'd like it, Simon. You'd like it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice little short reviews, loads of information.
Yep.
Yep. I always think that with a juice review, though, because 5 minutes for the juice review, and that's me done, because you'd say what flavours are coming out of the juice, suggest that, what it... I mean, there was one I did the other week, and I said, if you like Pinkman, you'll like this. If you like Pinkman Nick Salts from Vampire Vape, you'll like this. So it's another one for somebody to try, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But you don't want to be sitting there going, well, there's a bit of, on the bottom of the label it says this, and on the back of the bottle there's a scratch, and the top's a bit squeaky, and people don't want to know that. They want to know what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And an amazing photo from my light booth, and that's it.
An amazing
and like you said too, I mean, in this time right now where you can't go into the shop, you can't try something, something like just that pure facts and what it tastes like is really important.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not on any beer tonight, Garrett. Sorry, I'm just on a little bit
beer?
Of no beer tonight for me. No.
I've got the strawberry tea.
Ooh. I'm just on a bit of a Coke.
Doing the old water.
Yes,
and the water. And the water, yeah.
Even wore a clean shirt for this show. I have actually got a clean shirt on, believe it or not.
It's just for the show. Aw.
Every shirt I own is blue of some description. Every shirt I wear for work, because if you wear a white one driving a cab, the first thing you do is pick up somebody's mucky pushchair up and you get a big black mark on it. Right. So you always wear dark shirts. And basically you don't go out anywhere at the moment, do you? So you've always got your work clothes on. So because I don't get mucky when I'm at work, so everything's blue. So sometimes you have to make sure that you think, well, I had one with buttons on last night, so I've got to get one without buttons on, so they know I've changed the shirt.
Right. I'm the same. I'm always. It's very rare, but I'm always in a black shirt. It's rare that I have a different colored shirt on.
Oh, I made myself my life so easy. I just have this custom ages. Hoodie, and that's all I'm wearing. Period.
I do sit about, Gareth. I go on the taxi rank and sit there for hours watching YouTube, and do pick a few people up. It's not dead.
Not completely, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. KGB says I'm naked for this show tonight for a change.
Yeah, I ain't got any pants on or anything.
Yeah.
Too much info.
I'm in my socks.
Steering wheel. I tell you what, it's getting like that, Gareth. Honest Christ. Disco's lost £120 and she sent it over. And I stuck it on.
No.
Let's see what's going on.
Net says Chair says Net says he looks nice with not shirt.
you want to share that one? Probably not. Eh? I've sat on I was in the bathroom yesterday morning, and the phone rang, and I thought I'll just tell him. I'll ring you later. Didn't realise he was ringing on Facebook, and it was video.
Oh,
Oops.
Oh no. Oh no. That could have gone really wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I've never spoken to him
That would have
since.
been funny.
He's warped his mind.
he's still got some PTSD from it. Gee. Yeah.
He'll not ring me up again, will he? That'll be that.
That's for sure.
Right. It's like lesson learned.
He was doing he's done my website for me my taxis, mickstaxis.com. So he's done all that for me. First thing he did was break it. But I've had this website for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So he'd only been tinkering about with it for about 3 minutes and broke it. So it was offline for the next.
Yeah, that's the way he does his marketing, right? You give him the login, he breaks it, and then you got to pay him to fix it. Yeah, very smart, very smart.
You did a great job. I was really impressed.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go on the website, there's even a button. You just press it and
Hey,
it dials out.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like that, just little things like that are creative and really helpful.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the same, isn't it? When you Google for a cab, there's always a button on the. You don't have to dial the number anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, you just press it
on your phone. Save the number after. If you like the firm, you have to literally save the number out your thing because it just does it for you. You don't. If it doesn't even put a name in if you rang.
Yeah.
Oh, Bill's eyebrows are here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, then it's time to sign off. If the eyebrows come in, oh boy.
I should have turned up with a pair of ginger ones, shouldn't I?
Ah, yeah. That would make Bill jealous. So let's not make Bill jealous.
So I have a question. If you could vape one flavor profile for the rest of your life, what would you choose? It's tough.
It would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? I think this is that lolly stuff, that rocket lolly, and I absolutely love this stuff. I'll be honest. That would be one of my choices, and then the other, that custard IY4 and Scuba's nuts. I love that Scuba's nuts. I think it's gorgeous.
Wow,
but I don't know which one would you pick? I might get fed up with the IY4, but I don't think I'd ever get fed up with this. This
nice.
rocket lolly.
Yeah, that rocket lolly is really good. I agree with that.
Yeah.
What would yours be, Disco?
It's such a...
It'd probably be something bakery.
Yep.
I can't get away from it. Although I have been doing the rocket lolly and I really enjoy that. And it's kind of like pushing me into that summer vibe, getting ready for the springtime.
Oh, cool.
Getting ready for warmer weather and getting my creative juices flowing with mixing up some more fruit flavors. But there's just something about a nice dessert flavor with your morning coffee. That's going to be a tough one.
Woohoo.
What about you, Jay?
Well, I've made some creations at about 18 or 20 or something, and I've picked now 3 or 4 which I like to go further on, and they're mostly custards. Bring me a custard every day, fine. I'll do custards all day long. That's my go-to. Yeah, I'm not into the mint or menthol or in fruits. I'm trying, that's going to be something to touch on, and bakery as well, maybe later. But no, good custard, boom, vape it. That's it.
Yeah,
simple. I'm a simple guy. I'm a simple guy.
And were you on that one, Matt?
What?
One of the reasons why I switched to vaping is not having to choose only one.
Oh yeah.
Profile.
Good point. Good point.
Every Marlboro Light tastes like the last one, doesn't it?
Yeah.
True.
Unless you was really drunk the night before and it tastes like death.
Yeah, or it's tastes like the filter at the wrong end.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Boy.
I just wanted to learn something new about you. What's your favorite? That's all.
Yeah. At the minute that Mullenbury stuff, I love that. But the IY4 custard and that Nilla Nuts, Scuba. They're on my ELR if anybody wants to have a look. It's that Mick Beavers, BWVRS.
Yeah,
Right.
I could probably put a link
Yeah,
to
can you
that
put it
in
in?
there.
Scuba's Nilla Nuts is actually under Scuba's Hangout, Scuba's Nuts Hangout or something like that, because I didn't want to pretend that I'd made that recipe up.
Right.
Scuba said if the jelly box makes it until Friday, it can't be that bad.
I still want one.
So you find out with certain things that people only tell you when they break. It's like a restaurant. They'll tell you when they had a terrible meal, but they won't tell you the 25 good meals they had before that.
Yeah. And here we go. Copy. And
His
anybody
cheeks not
interested
behaving.
in those?
Nope.
That didn't last very
Yeah,
long.
we have some great mods in there, but I just saw it, so I picked it up. Anyway, that's something for the mods. That was a question, and I lost it. Poof! It's hanging out here, and I can't grab it. Where is it? Where is it? I lost my question. Help! Nah, I don't know. Yeah, go. You know, well, with the Late Night Vape Show, you got a plan for it, or just go on? You know, you're coming up to 1 year. You want to make it 2 years, or you're like, you know, just see how it goes.
No plan.
Yeah.
Thing is, Bill's 65 and I'm 54. So what you've got to do, hopefully we'll make it till next year.
Yeah.
Because one of us might keel over, won't it?
Aw.
I'm fat
Well,
and
so
drink
much
too
for the
much,
positivity.
And he's really old, so you never know. We both might go. So we just keep turning up every week, and it's, you know, if you see the notification go up that we're live, one of us hasn't died.
Well, you got Disco as a backup now on the Sunday, so that's
Well, I
good.
ought to give the login details just in case we both keel over 1 week. At least somebody
Oh, yeah.
mind.
Oh, somebody's out there like,
Everything for the show,
No,
right?
it's-
Everything for the show.
You can change the name, can't you?
boy.
No, I totally lost the question. It's floating out there, but you know we'll get back to it at one point. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that this won't be the only time that Mick's going to be coming on here. It's been a really awesome show.
Yeah, man.
It's always
It's always
fun.
happy,
It's
yeah.
always fun hanging out, you know.
It makes you change not to press any buttons either.
I
That's
bet.
cool, huh? That's cool. Yeah, sitting at the yellow end of the show. That is
It's like
fun.
when you're out for a drink and you haven't got to drive home. It's one of them things, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that somebody else has took the responsibility from.
Yeah, I'm the designated caster here now.
You're a designated driver tonight, Jay.
Oh, I'm fine with that. That's fine. Right. Jeez. I don't know. This is a bit weird, isn't
I've
it?
got to agree with that one.
Oh boy.
So is
Well,
he
you know,
6'1"?
if Cheech is in your chat, you made it to the top, right? That's how we put it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I was
Don't get any
thinking the
better than
same
this.
thing.
I'm
Last
just
week
gonna have a
was
laugh
green,
about it
this
because
week
it's
cheat.
so useless. So useless.
We've done it.
Oh well. Anyway, we've got some nice mods. Thanks for moderating tonight, guys. Let's round it up for now. I've really enjoyed the hour with you, Mick. It's you know,
They're never long enough, are they?
yeah,
No.
yeah. But you know, you gotta put a point somewhere, and it's
That's
yeah.
right.
You know,
It does keep- yeah.
we hang out as well, you know, outside of shows and stuff like that, and I really enjoy the company of you and Bill and Graham as well, of course, and yeah.
I don't know about Bill, but Graham's all right.
It's an honor to you know have you as our first guest on here, and the plan is
It's
to
been an honour. It's been nice.
oh cool, good to know.
Really enjoyed it.
No, the plan is to have a guest on every first show of the month, and yeah, we'll see who it is next month. Yeah, if you want to say your goodbyes, Mick, up to you first.
Thank you very much. Thanks very, very much, everybody. It's been really lovely. I've really enjoyed it. Really chilled out, sort of. You know, and I know you're going to do well. I knew you were going to do well with the first time I met you both, and obviously you know, you both got the voice for it. You both got the knowledge for it, and I just wish you all the best, both of you.
Thanks.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
that.
much.
And thanks
Thank
for
you.
helping me wick this peacemaker.
You got it.
It's been the
Thank you
bane
so
of my
much.
life for about 6 or 7 months now.
I feel it.
You
Man,
did it.
There's still times that a tank will stump me too, man.
50
nothing
quid
more
RTA and it won't
frustrating.
work.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than not hitting the wick on something.
First of it was I bought it from a drop shipper and I waited 4 weeks for it to come and it's never, you know, it didn't respect me after it got here.
Right. See, you just had to put it on that Smockmon.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I did. Put it on something that didn't fit to embarrass it, so all the other mods laughed at it.
Oh, well, it's been awesome tonight. And
Has,
thank
yeah,
you
been
again
good.
for taking time out of your day and coming on here and hanging out with us. It's been so chill and just
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
hear
Yeah.
other things and you know, see where you're going with your reviews and what you're up to
Yeah,
in the future.
hopefully somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, you're having fun in it, and that's you know I think the
Yeah,
most
Right.
I
important.
do
thing.
enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
It was, I
Absolutely.
mean, you know, it's the thing. I was a bit of an heavy drinker up until last year, and it's been a thing for me to be able to put my head into something else, and the hours disappear while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And the first time I ever did an edited review, it took 6 hours, and it was a 6-minute review because I was trying to work I was using iMovie then, and you were trying to put different features in, and I just didn't know what I was doing. It was,
Oh man, and your editing skills are just going up and up and up.
Yeah, you're
I'd-
to see it. Yeah.
You're really
I'd like
getting good
I'd
with
like-
this stuff.
Well, I'd like to claim, that's me, but I think it's a lot to do with my editing software.
Hey, but it takes a skill. It's all a skill to run that stuff,
Yeah,
and you have to
it
take
is,
time
yeah.
and learn, and it's cool
Yeah.
to see that process too.
Mm.
Plus, what you're creating with it, the new intro and outro, man, it's
Yeah,
really cool
that's
stuff.
nice. Yeah.
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 So,
It's
and I
amazing.
just
Fun to do as
want to, I just want to thank chat too for being awesome and
Yep.
hanging out with us, and being lovely to our wonderful guests tonight.
Yeah, thanks for being nice to me, because I'm skin and bone, and I just get really upset.
Oh,
Teach, I'm very disappointed in you. You've been a naughty boy tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were getting on so well.
Right, we got a question in from chat. Rad, I'm looking for a new RDA or an RDTA. You guys got a tip? Well, since Disco has been working in a vape shop, and Mick has some experience too over here. That's what I like
Well,
for an RDA.
I think you can help
Ah,
with this too.
oh, yeah,
I think we
yeah.
all agree.
I think we all agree on that Rabbit V2 RTA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if
That's
you
a
found
banger.
a Creed anywhere, that's well worth a go, because you can pick them up pretty
That was
cheap,
my
and
actually
decent
the-
flavour comes from them.
Yeah, that was my first RTA was a Creed, and there's lots of but for an RDA, but that's because it really is to build is the Tango from Geek Vape. It's like every lag of the coil has its own little hole. It's really easy to build, and flavor banger.
Mm.
But that's just my opinion.
The FP is also a very good thing, and it comes in like a presentation box with 3 different glasses. One of them won't work at all because it's only been designed to get it through the what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember the name of that.
TPD.
TPD.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them won't work. So you'll put that on there and think, this is crap, but it isn't. That was the one what was put in there so they could get through the TPD.
Yeah.
But the other 2 were perfect. So and you get like a 2-gallon bucket that goes on the top of it. And you only have to fill it up. I've only filled that up once today.
Yeah, it's like a fish tank. Gee,
It's-
you could put a
And they
guppy
come
in
in
there, it will
silver as well.
survive. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Tetley man's giving you props for the outro.
It's just after the outro. I can't send them anymore. I used to make them an iMovie and pop them down. TPD. That's it. I can't remember what I called it the other day.
Right. I want to round up as well. Thanks to our spanners, our chat, lovely Bill. Sorry, Mick. Send our. I wanted to say send our best to Bill, but we're gonna pop in and see him anyway. But
No, I'm not going to say it. No.
no, well, I'll do it myself then. Okay.
There you go,
Thanks
look.
for being on the show. Thanks, chat. Thanks, guys. And any last words, Disco?
No, I think
No?
you can catch us coming up on Wednesday, and then you can see Mick and I as well as with Bill on Sunday nights over there on the Late Night Vape
Yep.
Show.
Mhm.
Don't forget to give them a sub, guys. Let's get them up past that mark. That'd
Magic
be awesome.
600. Well, unless 403 people want to do it, then we go to 1,000. That'd be nice, but
Right.
never know.
Well, you need a bigger show for that.
Yeah.
I mean, bigger than ours.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Just going forward through the week. Hope everybody has an awesome week and stays in good spirits. We're all in this together, and definitely pay attention to that link that Jay put in earlier for the consultation.
Yes, please. We have less than 24 hours left to get as many voices heard for our Dutch vapors.
Yeah.
That was it. That's
And KGB, absolutely. Stay positive, test negative.
Yep, that's copyrighted by Mr. Anderson, by the way. But
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But he probably stole it from somewhere else.
oh well, I love it. I love it. Good to see
Check
you.
Mr. Anderson's Instagram out as well.
Yeah,
Fascinating
definitely.
guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there's gonna be a point in time where I'm gonna show his work as well over here again. And,
Yeah,
it's
we
gonna be
showed it
fun.
the other week just to hopefully give him, Chris, you need pointed towards these things, don't you,
Yeah.
sometimes? And
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
hopefully he gets loads of interest because he's makes a really good job. And the fact that somebody's made things like that is fascinating.
yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.